with a young high school senior named Ilanka heading out to a college party with her closest friend. Even though both girls are still in their final year of high school, they are eager to taste the kind of life waiting for them after graduation. Ilanka is a brilliant student, sharp and ambitious, already preparing for the Stanford scholarship she earned through her academic excellence. At the party, she strikes up a conversation with a handsome young man and finds herself drawn to him. Then, out of nowhere, she breaks into a violent coughing fit so severe that blood spills from her lips, and moments later, she collapses to the floor. Rushed to the hospital, Ilanka soon receives news that shatters her world. The doctors tell her she has thyroid cancer, with the disease already spreading to part of her lung. Devastated, she watches her future crumble before her very eyes. Yet a flicker of hope still lingers inside her, the hope that she might recover in time to begin her freshman year at Stanford. After enduring rounds of chemotherapy, Ilanka overhears something that changes everything. The doctor is speaking with her adoptive father, the only family she has left in the world after losing her birth father, telling him that every treatment has failed. There is no longer any hope of curing her. Quietly, the doctor suggests he either move her into a hospice or take her home and try his best to make her final days peaceful. In that very moment, Ilanka realizes the truth nobody wants to say out loud. She won't live to see another full year. Suddenly, a strange old woman appears right in front of her, and Ilanka assumes it must be a hallucination brought on by her medication. Refusing to give up, she begins searching for a hospice that handles cases like her own. Soon, she stumbles upon a famous facility and dives into everything written about it. The place houses a group of young patients suffering from incurable illnesses, all left without any real hope of recovery. Then her eyes land on the story of a girl named Julia, a patient who had been given just 1 year to live before every single one of her tumors miraculously shrank away. In one article, Julia herself credits the hospice as the very reason behind her remarkable recovery. For Ilanka, this becomes the last sliver of hope she has left. Hence, she makes up her mind to go. Her adoptive father, Tim, is far from convinced. He wants to care for her himself, to be the one beside her until the very end. Yet faced with Ilanka's unshakable determination, he reluctantly gives in. The next day, the two of them arrive at the hospice, and the moment Ilanka lays her eyes on it, a chill runs through her. The mansion standing before her is the very same house she had seen during her hallucinations. Out in the garden, she notices a young man sitting alone, lost in his own thoughts. She approaches him and learns his name is Kevin, a fellow resident battling leukemia. Soon after, she meets the rest of the teenagers living at the hospice. Then, while walking through one of the long corridors, she suddenly catches sight of a terrifying old woman standing in the shadows. Horrified, Ilanka faints right where